Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Marcus Conte reporting. How are you, man? Morning. Today is December 7th, a Wednesday. A Wednesday in America. Today is December 7 in the year 2022. We are still here. We are still speaking. We are still alive, very alive. If anybody tells you I'm dead, I ain't dead. I'm here. I might be off the air, but I'm here. Right? So, as a public service, I think we have to continue to explore the idea of what exactly is election misinformation, because there's a lot of new evidence to suggest that it might not be exactly what you think it is. You have two sides aggressively hard hitting each other, all jockeying for position in 2024. Now, that's what politics is all about. That's what elections are all about. Destroy the other guy and win. Right? That's what it's all about. So right now, breaking news, Donald Trump in the great state of New York has been, or his company has been convicted of 17 tax evasion criminal charges in the great state of New York. That's the Donald Trump organization in New York. And what did Donald Trump do? We'll find out. It looks like Donald Trump, the ex-president of the United States, did what all rich people do, which is try to pay the least amount of tax and pocket the most amount of money. Now, maybe Trump was a little sloppy in what he was doing, but it's not unprecedented in business dealings for rich people. So we'll look at that story. It's clearly, unequivocally, an attack on Trump. If Trump wasn't running in 2024, nobody would care. If Donald Trump was like a retired kind of president, sitting back like George Bush, nobody would care. In fact, the Democrats would invite Trump to the rally and to the discourse. But Trump has decided to run against them to continue his efforts in his mind to I don't know what, I guess expose corruption at higher levels. Remember, Trump all along said, I don't pay taxes because I'm smart. If you want to prevent guys like me from paying, from not paying tax, change the tax law. Right? Has anybody changed the tax law lately? No, because the very people accusing Trump of tax evasion are the very people that take advantage of those corrupt tax laws. So we'll look at that story. Elon Musk, an incredible, human being right now. It's all we got. And for good reason, right? He's the shit. Ruby Jules in the house. Ruby Jules, I'm going to play your video, man. Stand by. Thanks for being here, man. Thank you for being here. Ruby Jules put out an amazing video the last 2 days. You guys should subscribe to the channel. We're going to give that video a look. Ruby, if you have any objections to me playing your video, speak now or forever hold your peace. So what else? Yeah, Musk on the fire. Trump on the fire. Where's it all coming from? Is it all just coincidence? Right? Elon Musk exposes massive election interference by the FBI at the company that he owned, that he now owns, Twitter, right? And the great Elon Musk has also fired the top legal advisor at Twitter, who, if you didn't know, is a ex-FBI fucking lawyer, right? Twitter hired an ex-FBI guy after he was fired by the FBI for corruption, right? And then Twitter uses him as a liaison, I guess, between him and the FBI, and a great way to stifle a free flow of information, right? So we're going to look at that story too, man. And so there you go, man. So this is my thumbnail today. Letitia James, she is the top attack dog for the Democratic Party. She's a woman. She's black. She cheated to get elected. She shut down information about her top aide having sexual harassment charges against him prior to her election, which she won. So she's the Attorney General. She has vowed to go after Trump no matter what. It's all public record. She says, "Oh, he's going to know my name. He's going to know my name," and do the, that's what she said. So look at those stories. Thank you, Ruby Jules, Weevil Girl in the house, Zoot Suit Cooters here, James Lopez, Vinny D. Martini, Weevil Girl is here too, Chris Milk, Andy Garcia from the great state of Northern California is here as well. And Jim Gerard, I saw Jim in there too. What's up, man? What's up, everybody? How you doing, man? How you doing? So, look at these fascinating stories in our wonderful democracy that we have here, and because we do what we ultimately want is free and fair elections. That's all people want. They want to know that they voted for somebody and that vote was counted, and that they were allowed to see all of the pertinent information about those candidates prior to the election, instead of being gaslit to high hell by people like Letitia James, and such. So we're gonna look at that and little stories. I got a website. It's streamlined. I took all the videos down, so I don't have to update the site every day. You just come here if we're lost. You don't know where we are right now. We're on Marcus Conte 2 on YouTube. Marcus Conte 1 should be up by Friday, I think. It's been on a 2-week ban for cyberbullying. You are take a good look at what a cyberbully looks like. Let's look. If you don't know what a cyberbully looks like, according to YouTube, take a good look. According to YouTube, am a cyberbully, a serial harasser of people. That's what they said about me, right? That's what they continue to say about this reporter, right? But without any evidence. They never give you the evidence. They just ban your channel and say, "Oh, you're a cyberbully. Fuck you." So anyway, man. So if you're afraid of me, you can find other videos to watch. If you think that's true, then I can't help you. So anyway, so let's start here. Ruby Jules, what a great video. This is a channel that we talk about breaking stories and breaking music, right? This video by Ruby Jules, who's a friend of the channel, put this out yesterday. Let's listen to Ruby's song, Sad Little King. Love it, man. Love it.
Yeah.
Give it to me, Jules.
Cobra, the sad little king. Cobra, can you not see? Cobra, brush your teeth. Cobra, you reek. King Cobra, your throne is weak. I shall beat you in Ecumania for all to see. Cobra, the sad little king.
Let's sing back a vocal.
You're free of mixed shit, drinks, booze, and liquor. Harms your soul to the depths of insanity. See. Don't be a sicko talking about periods. You fell.
I think Ruby Jules is onto something, man. I love it.
Who fucks that word? You glitch the system, your house. Cobra, you never came! Yeah!
Ruby Jules letting it all hang out, man. Letting it all hang out.
Yeah, the sad little king. Where are you gonna go against me? Cobra, you sad little king. You know,
This is what music is supposed to sound like when nothing else makes sense, right? Ruby Jules is making sense of our crazy world, in my view. Right? He's telling you what the fuck is going on in the world. Right? I don't know what Cobra's all about, but it's good. He's got an Ozzy Osbourne shirt. Nice shirt, man.
Anything, Mr. Four Eyes, you are all we need. Your potions make you weak. You roast us all out with bugs and brains. Cobra the tactical soul. Scream bloody murder when you lacerate. You change smoke like a Bitcoin chimney.
Look like a little shrooms hitting the sandwich, if you ask me. Let's be respectful in the chat. Let's be respectful. Ruby Jules is a genius, man. Genius. You're seeing genius unravel before you. I would suspect that Ruby is only in the beginning of his releases here. This is good stuff.
We all are sick of it. We all fucking love it. Cobra, Cobra win. Cobra time. Cobra now. Cobra Saginaw King. Cobra now.
I feel like I want to play drums over this.
What is next?
there's the
What is true? Cobra, don't forget to wash your hands. You suck at guitar. You suck at singing thus far. What will we do with you?
All right, man. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Need a link.
Yeah, yeah! Cobra, the sad little king.
Oh man, Ruby Jules, we thank you for that, man. We thank you for the great music, Ruby Jules, and the sandwich. Kick it. Yeah, fucking holy smokes. Put your hands together for Ruby Jules. Ruby Jules, my brother from a different mother. Ruby, anytime, man. Anytime you want to collaborate, you want to kick ideas, man. I'm with you, my brother. I am with you, man. So that was my musical break. Thank you, Ruby Jules, for that wonderful music break. As I said, I have a website, and my name is Mark Sconti. So let's start right here. Let's start right here in the real in the altar world. See what people like Ruby Jules are doing, and what I try to do on the piano is try to tell you what's really going on in the world and inside of people. But outside of that, there's this other world full of what appears to be a lot of lying and a lot of gaslighting and a lot of misinformation. And so we'll talk about that today because that's all we got, right? So Warnock, you remember the big runoff, right? The American Senate. The Senate was up for grabs. Democrats looked like they were going to lose control of the Senate. And it turns out they didn't because Herschel Walker, the great football player who ran for Senate in the great state of Georgia, has lost his runoff to the incumbent, Mr. Warnock. Senator Warnock has won. They called the election for Warnock. Associate Press called the election. Warnock had a slim 51.2 to 48.8 lead with 98% of the vote counted. All right, so according to the rules, according to, the way we view elections, right? If someone's leading by 98%, that's good enough. But again, who knows about shenanigans? Who knows? We don't know. We don't know. But what we do know, shenanigans or no shenanigans, what we do know is that Mr. Warnock has been declared the winner of Georgia, the Senate race in Georgia, and has now tilted the balance of power 100% in favor of the Democrats. So nothing is going to change in the Senate anytime soon until until they can win control over the Senate, the other party, I guess. But the Republicans have successfully controlled the House. Successfully control the House. So you can't make it up. There it is. He won. He's so happy. So Mr. Warnock is the winner. I want to play you a clip. This is New York Post put this one up. This is this used to qualify as political prosecution of your enemies. When politicians would, when a question was asked about a private citizen in the great country of America, when a government official like the President of the United States is asked about a private citizen, generally they don't comment on it. But in this case, because it's Elon Musk, Joe Biden openly and without hesitation threatens Elon Musk, right, with criminal investigations into his business right from the podium at the White House. I'm not making it up. Listen.
Mr. President, do you think Elon Musk is a threat to U.S. national security? And should the U.S., and with the tools you have, investigate his joint acquisition of Twitter with foreign governments, which include the Saudis?
Right. So the reporter is asking, is there a connection between Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter and the corruption that is the Saudi government? What does one thing have to do with the other? Absolutely nothing. But that was the question. And now let's listen to Joe Biden answer the question.
I think that Elon Musk's
The laugh itself is very sarcastic. Now he's calculating his answer.
cooperation and/or technical relationships with other countries is worthy of being looked at.
All right, so right there, it's worthy from the top of government saying that Elon Musk's frivolous, the frivolous accusation that he's somehow working with foreign governments and not censoring, removing FBI hacks from the throttles of power at Twitter. Instead, he's working with foreign governments to hurt people, right? To destabilize our government, right? So that is a direct threat. That is Elon Musk. It just got a direct threat from the President of the United States to use the levers of power to get him and shut him up. That's what you just heard. But what is Elon Musk actually doing at Twitter? Well, Elon Musk fires Twitter lawyer James Baker over suppression of documents on Hunter Biden's story. Right? Hunter Biden's story, 50 million people on Twitter would have seen this story about just how corrupt Biden and his family are. Probably no more corrupt than the Clintons were, probably no more corrupt than Trump is, probably no more corrupt than Obama was, holy Saint Obama. They're all in the same category. But why Elon Musk? Why Trump? Why now? Because it's a power grab. Retain power. So Elon Musk has fired Twitter Deputy General Counsel James Baker over his alleged suppression of internal documents about blocking the Post's Hunter Biden laptop expose. In light of concerns about Baker's possible role in suppression of information important to the public dialogue, he was exited from Twitter today. Now, you're going to tell me that that's a bad thing, right? Now, wait until you find out. Wait until you see who Baker is. If you didn't know who this guy is, he was the top attorney at Twitter, right? But so what? Where did he come from? Who invented this Baker guy in the first place? We're going to find out. Musk added that he questioned Baker before his firing about the events surrounding the laptop suppression scandal, and that the lawyer's explanation was, quote, unconvincing. All right. Owner of Twitter saying it. The owner of Twitter has seen everything. Nothing that the owner of Twitter hasn't seen. He knows everything. He employs Baker. He's the employer saying it. Baker, a former top FBI lawyer. Baker was a top FBI lawyer, was discovered to be secretly vetting the internal Twitter documents before they could be reviewed by journalists. Oh, leading to a delay in the release of more material related to the company's censorship scandal. Whatever. Oh, yeah. So, quote, we can now tell you part of the reason why. On Tuesday, Twitter Deputy General, former FBI General Counsel Jim Baker was fired. Among the reasons, vetting the first batch of Twitter files. That's Matt Taibbi saying it from Rolling Stone. For some reason, Matt Taibbi is getting the lead on this story. Right? So we have a new term being coined here, if you haven't noticed, the Twitter files, right? These are the Twitter files where FBI hacks are hired to communicate with the FBI and do the business of the FBI instead of the business of the people, which Twitter was supposed to be. Right? It's supposed to be a public discourse, social media. No. It became a strong arm. Here he is, Mr. Baker, who was fired. Right. So he has been something of a zaggle of FBI controversies dating back to 2016, from the Steele dossier to the Alpha server mess. He resigned from the FBI in 2008 after an investigation into leaks to the press. So, a rogue actor at the FBI who was fired, right, or resigned, same thing, then he packs his bag and he goes over to Twitter and says, I'm a free agent. You want to hire me? I got all my people at the FBI are still in place. I'll do the FBI's work right here at Twitter, right? And we'll win the election. We'll censor anybody the fuck we want. That's what you got, right? And this is what Elon Musk is guilty of. Elon Musk is guilty of firing the guy. Get this creep out of here. Right? So for that, again, he's going to be ostracized. The news that Baker was reviewing the Twitter files surprised everyone involved, to say the least. Yeah, really. During his time at the FBI, Baker worked with fiercely anti-Trump FBI officials Peter Strzok's, remember Peter Strzok, and Lisa Page, the two top dogs that promoted the Steele dossier where Trump allegedly pissed on a bunch of hookers. Turned out to be totally frivolous, totally false, totally fake story. And this guy was involved in promoting it, right? So is he biased? Is the lead attorney at Twitter biased against Trump and adamantly in the pocket of the FBI, even though they fired him or he resigned? Of course he is. Of course, that's why he was hired. He wasn't hired because he's a good lawyer. He's hired because he went after Trump, and he's a FBI hack that knows all the dirt, all the dirt inside the FBI, and he knows how to counteract it. Right? That's why they hire him, right? Right. So Baker has stood by his conduct while at the FBI, and with regard to the Russia probe, right? These are guys that promoted a fake story about Russian collusion in the 2016 election, which turned out to be totally fake. right? 12 Russian agents were indicted. Bullshit. Not a single one of them has ever been brought into a court of law where we can question them. It's a totally fake story. The Robert Mueller garbage that went on for years about how Trump, fucking stole an election or whatever, or that Trump was involved with the Russians. It was a totally fake story. What was real in that story was that at the same time, Joe Biden and his kid were doing shenanigans in the Ukraine with the then president Vladimir Zelensky, right? And ultimately it was shown that they were doing quid pro quo deals. I feel like I'm relitigating everything today, but anyway, that's who he is. So good job, I guess. We like that, right? Shouldn't the American people enjoy the fact that Elon Musk is cleaning house at Twitter, getting rid of the political hacks? Shouldn't Joe Biden himself be happy about that? No, because it makes him look bad, right? The FBI is behind me. How dare you expose the FBI for being behind me? Right. Look, it wouldn't be a problem if it was the Washington Post doing it or New York Times doing it, which they do anyway. Right? This is law enforcement at the highest level of American government. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is doing this, right? A hack from the FBI made his way into Twitter and is doing the dirty deeds of the FBI, right? Why did the FBI? Why did the story get stuffed in the first place? There's your reason, right? Because you got FBI hacks doing it. What else? So Elon Musk, while Elon Musk is exposing fraud at Twitter, exposing election interference at Twitter, he's now being investigated for animal testing. Right? They'll go after him any way they can, right? Now, they're going to get the animal activists are going to hate Elon Musk. Now, for the record, I am not for using animals as crash test dummies on products, even if they're in the public interest, the human public interest. I don't like it. I also don't eat animals. I don't, eat chickens and pigs and cows and sheep and monkeys and fucking whatever. I don't eat these things, right? But people do. So having said that, let's find out what happened. Knives are out for Elon Musk after the richest man in the world bought Twitter, began reinstating the accounts of, quote, political prisoners banned by wokelings for unpopular speech, right? And then he began releasing evidence of the 2020 election interference, right? So FBI and other official bodies went around warning Facebook. We already know that, right? So now Musk, who owns a company called Neuralink, right? Elon Musk owns a lot of things. One of the things that he owns is a company called Neuralink, which is trying to install chips into humans so that they could live a more free, prosperous life, right? That's the objective of it. Now, you could be conspiratorial and say any chip in the human is a form of control. Just hold your fire, right? That's not the point of the argument. The point of the argument is that because of what Elon Musk is doing, he's now vilified for something unrelated, right? Which is testing on animals. Oh, now you know how that infuriates the psycho extreme left, right? Oh, they'll now be at every Elon Musk event, wherever Elon Musk is. You'll have the radical left accusing him of harming animals. Right? But at the same time, let's look how many animals he harmed. It turns out, in total, right, and I'm not discounting it. I'm not saying it's not a lot of animals, but what I'm pointing out is the facts. approximately 1,500 animals have been killed in testing, including over 280 sheep, pigs, and monkeys. Now, I would say most of them are pigs because they use pigs because pigs closely resemble human biology. I bet you didn't know that. In medical schools, they do autopsies on pigs because the system is very similar to humans. But there you go. So of the 1,500 animals harmed, how many pigs and cows and chickens are killed every year in America and the world for food? Trillions. Well, not trillions, but many, many billions. Billions with a B. But the lunatic left is going to complain about 1,500 that may have benefited humans at an epic scale. Right? So, should we test on animals? Probably not. But is Elon Musk doing anything remotely different than what Pfizer does, what Moderna does, what Johnson & Johnson does, what every cosmetic company in the world does, which is spray their garbage into the eyes of defenseless animals to find out if it's irritating or deadly, right? How many fucking pigs did Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson inject with a poisonous vaccine and kill them in hopes that they would discover something that would help humans? I would say tens of thousands. But you see the point here. Because Elon Musk is doing this over here, exposing the FBI for election interference in the 2020 election, now they're going to come after him for violations of animal cruelty laws. You cannot make it up. Right? This is how it works. This is politics. Smear the other guy. Smear him. Make him look like a fucking criminal in the eyes of the public. He's a criminal, man. He hates fucking animals as they eat their chicken and rip into their sirloin steak. Right? Same people doing it. Same people. Right? But anyway, so that's what's going on. Oh, and if you didn't know, while all of this is going on, all this power vacuum, fog of war stuff is going on, Russia is galloping around the globe, picking up the pieces. Every time the West implodes with their stupidity, right, and create power vacuums, for example, in the Ukraine, Russia takes a leap forward. And look at this. Russia erects new missile on base of island near Japan for round-the-clock watch. So, here you go. Here's Russia, the Kuril Islands. Nice little, probably beautiful northern islands off the coast of Russia, apparently unclaimed by Japan and or Russia. Japan claims that the islands are theirs. Russia says it's nobody's, so we're going to take it. And you could see just how close Russia now is with a military base literally in the backyard of Japan. Right? Now, America, the United States, has nuclear ships roaming around all the fuck over this place, right? All over the Pacific Ocean. So the United States arguably is borderless when it comes to, military muscle. But it is interesting that Russia is now making a move at China, at Japan, right? Because if all hell breaks loose, Russia's going to take Japan, Russia will take Ukraine, Poland, all of the, maybe even Tajikistan, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, all the stands right below Russia, right? It is World War III. It's unfolding rather slowly, but each time the West crumbles a little more, each time the West does something stupid, like back Ukraine or whatever, it's gonna keep escalating, right? So anyway, so let's talk about Trump. Let's talk about Trump. Trump Organization, oh boy, found guilty on all 17 counts in New York tax fraud case. Right? Why here? Why now? Obviously, because Trump is running for re-election. He's running. Excuse me. Having a tough day today. I'm having a rough day. Trump organization found guilty on all 17 counts in New York tax fraud case. Right? So go after your enemy. Go after your enemy. It's Letitia James. Look at them vilifying Trump. They're all criminals. Look, they're criminals. He's the top criminal, the lawyer. All right, look, again, as I said in the opening statement, rich people cheat on their taxes. Rich people find enormous loopholes in the tax law to keep the money in their pockets. Goldman Sachs has a whole floor, probably a whole building full of their own tax lawyers that do exactly that, try to find loopholes in the law. Right? They don't really break the law, but they bend it to their liking. Right? They bend it to the extreme until it breaks, and then they change it. Right? But Trump, I guess, wasn't as savvy, and he got caught. Trump Organization was found guilty Tuesday of criminal tax fraud. They love to throw that criminal word in there. Now when Trump runs for re-election or runs for in 2024, he was involved in criminal tax fraud. You see how they get another feather in the cap, right? Is it going to prevent the people that would have voted for Trump to not vote for Trump? No. It works to Trump's advantage because he's going to say, you see how they come after me? You see what they're doing? They're using government to prosecute their political enemies, right? Well, what was once reserved in kangaroo fucking nations, right, where one party wins the election and then hangs the losing party in the public square by the neck, right? We're doing that now here. We're one short of hanging our political enemies. Now, arguably, Trump may have started it by saying, lock her up, right, which he never did. Remember, Trump never locked up Hillary Clinton. He never went after Hillary Clinton for all the crimes that she did, right? Tax evasion. Oh my God. If you look at the Clinton foundation, you'll find hundreds of situations of quid pro quo, tax evasion, bribery, epic corruption, right? Epic, right? But Trump, no, he can't do it. He's not allowed. Right? So the case really revolves around Trump's attorney, who's looking at 5 months in prison. That's another guy that they're going to throw in jail that was surrounding Trump, right? They went after Roger Stone. He slipped out the back door. They went after Steve Bannon, one of the most brilliant political campaign fucking chief of staffs in American history, right? Steve Bannon. They went after him and accused him of stealing $1 million. Right? There's no end to it, right? There's no end to it. Don't look at Bill Clinton hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, being on Lolita Express 26 times, fondling children probably, right? Or at least being around Epstein when he was fondling children. Bill Clinton probably was, because he was there. Right? Don't look at any of that stuff. Look at Trump and his business in New York, right? And call him a criminal. Find something that makes him a criminal. Right? Like I said, this is to Trump's defense, this is a witch hunt. And the lead hunter is Letitia James in New York. She's the one. Here's a statement. Right? Letitia James, today's guilty verdict against the Trump Organization shows that we will hold individuals and organizations accountable when they violate our laws to line their pockets. I commend the Manhattan DA for this big victory, and I am proud of the role that my office played in securing it. Right? Letitia James's office not only played a securing role in it, but they led the charge to do this. Right? So this is Weaselberg. This is the attorney that's probably going to look at 5 years in jail. Trump is saying that we didn't know what Weaselberg was doing, and therefore we're not criminally liable for the actions of a corporation, which, again, Trump wins again. You're gonna fine Trump, right? The fine is $1.6 million in fines against the Trump organization. That is piss in the bucket. That is nothing to Trump. $1.6 million, he could raise that at one fucking fundraiser, and some billionaire guy will throw $1.6 million his way to get a favor when Trump gets reelected. So legally, this is inconsequential to Trump. It is, however, a smear on the record that the left is going to gaslight the public now. See, Trump is a criminal. He's involved in criminal activity at his organization. He can't be trusted as president. Even though he was president for 4 years and de-escalated, nuclear war in North Korea, arguably de-escalated nuclear war with Putin, right? And all those escalations are continuing or reoccurring under the Democrats, right? That Trump over there, the guy who was saying make America great again, put America first, bring manufacturing back to America, shut the border, right? So that all these immigrants don't diffuse the workforce so that Americans can get good jobs and better pay. That Trump, right? That's who they're saying is the criminal. Right? So Washington Post was very quick to jump on the bandwagon. What's Trump's legal perils mean for his candidacy? See how now the Washington Post is quick to frame it as, what does it mean for his candidacy? Because that's all we really care about. We don't care that Trump is a criminal like every other billionaire in America. We care that how is the American populace going to perceive it? Because they don't know anything about, fucking tax law. All they hear, they watch CNN, and they're going to watch round the clock coverage of how Trump cheated on his taxes. Right? That's all they're going to find. That's all they're going to hear. So this is Washington Post reporting, former President Donald Trump embarked on another White House run while facing a slew of legal troubles with criminal indictments and maybe a civil trial or two threatening to interrupt his campaign. Right away, the first sentence of the story is false. He has not been troubled with criminal indictments. Nobody is criminally indicting Trump. Some shady lawyer is being criminally indicted and will probably serve 5 years in prison. So right there you see the Washington Post spinning the story that criminal indictments, right? Again, for the record, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Biden supporter. I'm a supporter of the truth, trying to find out what's actually happening. And what is happening is you've got a weaponized government against anybody who dissents from their opinion. That is a big problem. That is a big problem, right down to the lowest reporter. Why is this channel still even up is beyond me. I don't know. Maybe because the evidence that Elon Musk is dumping on the public turns out to be very, very true, that the FBI is engaging in election interference at an epic level in terms of stifling some stories and allowing other stories to prevail right before an election. Right? That's a real story. It's a real story. So what are the legal cases? Trump faces possible criminal charges by the U.S. Justice Department over classified documents found at his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida and his role in the January 6, 2021 Capitol riots, all of which has been debunked, right? It's all been, the idea that Trump left the White House with classified documents, debunked. Trump had declassified all of that stuff. It's not a real story anymore. The other fake story is Trump's role in the January 6, 2021, protests down at the Capitol, right? Trump didn't orchestrate it at all. Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, U.S. Attorney General, has already told you that Trump had nothing to do with it, right? But why is the Washington Post continuing to run the propaganda that Trump is facing legal problems with the January 6th story? It's very, very, very dishonest, right? High form of gaslighting, right? High form. Could any of this disqualify Trump as a presidential candidate? Absolutely not. But they'll keep coming at Trump to do it. So that's all I got today, man. Oh, the markets are open. Ding! Holy smokes! Let's take a last look before we go. All right, so looking at red, I don't like seeing red right now. Everything down, everything down. Come on, markets, go up, go up. Nasdaq is down 72 points. S&P 500 down 12. Dow Jones down 71. And let's look at the big board. Let's look at the big techs. Apple down $1.81 to $141 a share. Probably a buy at this level. Probably be a $300 stock again in the future. Amazon down to $88 a share, up 12 cents today. Google down 93 cents. Meta, formerly Facebook, down 22 cents. Microsoft down $1.67. Let's look at the war stocks, right? Oh, they're up. Look, the only thing that's green are the war stocks. Lockheed Martin and Raytheon up because Russia is moving in on Japan, right? Getting a better position to blow fucking Japan out of the water. Russia, they say, is. Right? And the people that provide the military-industrial complex with the weaponry, Raytheon and Lockheed Martin, for example, and Boeing, both up this morning. How are the holy vaccine stocks doing? I got to rub my arm when I talk about this because that's where the booster goes. It goes in your arm, right? Right? If you let them. Right? So Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, all up at this moment. All up about between Pfizer up 70 cents, Johnson & Johnson up 42 cents, Moderna up 47 cents. All up today, all up today. A down day on Wall Street right now. We want to see, hey, look, we want to see the markets go up. We want to see the Dow Jones, continue to go up, S&P 500 continue to go up. What's holding it back right now? I don't know. I think if Trump gets reelected, the markets are going to go fucking screaming higher. That's just my opinion. But so thank you, everybody, for joining me. Marcus Conte reporting. Sorry for a little bit of a low energy day. I'm having a bit of a S&P 500 continue to. Hey, shush. So thank you all for joining me, everybody. Have a great day, man. Have a great day. Have a great day, man. I'm going to play some music.